Now, some South Africans are calling for Finance Minister Enoch Godongwana not to increase value-added tax. Godongwana will present his budget speech to the National Assembly later today. Let's cross now to SABC News anchor Leanne Manners, who's in Cape Town for us. Leanne, good morning once more.
Yeah, very good morning to you, Sakina. And yes, indeed, that VAT story is one that dominated the budget last year. But this year, I don't think that that is something that many are worried about, because I think that is something that I don't think that the Finance Minister is looking at adjusting in any which way, especially after the political outcry. And when we saw the GNU hanging in the balance after he was about to announce it last year. But I think this year things are looking much better. And that's a sense that we're getting from everybody that we're speaking to. And certainly when you look at the numbers on paper, I mean, Sakina, when we talk to the fact that revenue collections are on the upside, that's a very good thing. Government is running a primary surplus. Debt still very high, but appears to be stabilizing. Ratings agencies are even hinting that they're going to be nudging us upwards. And these are things that hold us in good stead when you look at things on paper. But unfortunately, paper that isn't money in the hands of different and normal South Africans means absolutely nothing. And this is where the problems come in, because when you look at the average South African, unfortunately, they appear to get poorer and poorer. We've got an unemployment rate that's sitting well above 42%, and this is something that is incredibly worrying. And if we do not have an economy that grows, that unemployment rate is never going to be better. And when we look at also, I mean, food baskets, that was something that we were speaking to, and it doesn't matter who you are, food is getting more expensive. That grocery basket gets more and more expensive every single time. In fact, that number is sitting at around 5,400 Rand for a food basket, and I'm not sure the majority of South Africans even have that amount of money that they have available to fill up that food basket. So these are the realities of many, many people, unfortunately, and the struggles that South Africans go through. Now, also education. We've seen a lot of different organizations speaking out and saying, do not even think about trying to decrease the education spend, because that's one area that is in desperate need of an increase when we talk about education, because we are seeing more and more studies coming out showing that the children in schools are worse off now. And this is a reality that needs to be dealt with, and we need to sort out the education system. But I think it will be very, very hard for the minister not to focus on infrastructure and country infrastructure and how much money he's going to be throwing at that, particularly when it comes to water. There are many areas within the country that have not had water for such a long time, that are taking to their areas and their streets complaining. Some haven't even had it for weeks, if not months on end. And this is a big topic that needs to be discussed. So we'll continue to bring you some analysis from Cape Town, where we are standing outside the Dome, where the minister will be standing up there at 2 o'clock announcing the budget. Right now, though, it's back to you in studio.
Well, thanks, Leanne.